I'd like to invite us to consider um, metta, goodwill, for folks for whom we've had a challenge with some kind of difficulty. Um, and one reason why I wanted to bring this up for today, it being December 21st or 22nd, depending on where you are, um, kind of end of the year, towards the end of the year. And I was just reflecting that in the Persian culture, which is where I'm from, I was born in Iran. Um, and I suspect in many other cultures around the world, there is this idea of attending to our heart and, um, if possible, not, there's the same idea of not going to bed angry with your partner, trying to resolve things before the end of the day, if at all possible, making a habit of that. If it's also possible to not close the year, not enter a new year with grudges, with resentments, if at all possible, of course, but trying to attend to them, trying to attend to the heart, trying to attend to have some sense of opening the heart to situations, folks we've had challenges with. Um, and so there's a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom in that, not just in this tradition, but in all traditions of attending to areas of challenge. And sometimes the person we have challenge with actually might be ourselves. We might be our own quote unquote difficult person. And by the way, usually I try not to say difficult person because the person we're having this challenge with, they're not difficult as far as they're concerned. We're difficult, right? they seem they they're they're doing fine, right? It's we're the ones who are just we're complicated or whatever we are, So and it's best to not have the label that they're difficult or that we're difficult. It's just that right now we seem to be entangled. We seem to be entangled for whatever reason. Or maybe this entanglement happened sometimes in the past and never got resolved. And maybe this person is no longer in our lives. Maybe they're still in our lives and we interact with them regularly, and maybe they're not in our lives. Either way, to try to open our hearts into attending to it, and again, not trying to get it all cleared up in one session of meditation and being completely disappointed and distraught that, oh, universal love isn't flowing for this person. That's not our goal, but just to open up just slightly, perhaps different perspective. And we might have also worked with this entanglement many, many different ways, but opening up to it yet from another perspective is the invitation for this practice. And um, I'll share with you something personal that it came up for me this week that I was reading some old journals from 30 years ago, and I was 20 years old, and in it there was some challenging interaction with someone, very challenging interaction. And when I read that, I thought, wow, this person, gosh, there was just a sense of still trauma remaining and a sense of still upset because I hadn't really thought about that person. I hadn't processed it. And then um, I did a little search, and this person's uh, it was an academic, so found their image, and now they're much older, and my heart opened up, like, oh wow, my in my mind they were fixed in this angry, challenging way, and now I saw their image in a very different way. They're much older. Oh my goodness, just like me. They have a body that hurts. So inviting us not to have this fixed experience of this of whatever being fixed in our mind in a particular way, really granting them their autonomy um, in seeing them in different ways. Anyway, without saying too much, but just to open to this possibility.